Armenia.
Yeah, it's just when you're out
My
of money,
42nd country. Just passed by the border. It was not hassle at all. You just have to stand and wait for your turn. And yeah, so excited. Hopefully we don't encounter anything bad today. But the weather is good. As you can see, it's sunny. But yeah, we're going to stop by the market and gonna get some water. And let's go.
That's a railway which I told already, which comes
Just
from
going
there
through
to here, or
first
from there to here.
destination.
From there is going to Yerevan. You can get train.
Yeah, this is how northern Armenia looks like for now. Let's see if it's gonna change, but the tour guide is saying that it really doesn't. Except for Yerevan, which is the capital. But
it's night train.
it's like this in most places. It's very interesting.
So the monasteries are the most
So
common or
bumpy.
best route you can do in Armenia, or
Not only, depends what you are interested in. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, you are going. But church visits the dome.
It's so bumpy, right?
So it looks like strange. Here's a big house. I just like destroy it. Because now it's agricultural heritage. But sometimes people have questions, and first time I had also question when I faced it first time.
I don't know where
When
we're
you go to
going.
some places,
Are we going up?
sometimes,
I think
like
we're going
old
up.
places,
Going to that
tour
church.
guides tell you that, oh, here was a big castle, big church, big something. And you go in the place and there is like empty area. Like, yeah, ruins, remnants, basement, but there are no stones. And then you can just ask yourself, or you can ask someone, where have gone the materials? Where have gone the stones? Where they disappear? It's because of early Middle Ages, even late
It's like a
Middle Ages,
tire over
when
there.
this was already destroyed, and also
Lot of
other parts.
tires.
You can see, people didn't care about the heritage so
We have to
much.
go up the
Today we are
church.
caring about the materials only. So if it was destroyed, local person
Good weather
took the
today.
stone for his house to restore something. The stones, time by time, was taken out. What's left is just only what's left inside. But it looks like very empty. The place is called Akhtala.
is there people
Let's
living?
get this
Yes.
courier now.
There is
We are now in Akhtala, as I've mentioned, and it is a church here. This is our first destination, and yeah, we have to go inside. Ay, sorry po. Oh, vlogger. Char. I don't know. Like, look at the view over here. It's like old houses. There are some carved stones, as the guide mentioned a while ago. And he said that you will see like the difference between Georgian and Armenian church. And this is one of them. There are no icons, just carved stones. But in this area, it's a little bit of mix because we're like somewhat in the border. And yay! Let's go. As the guide mentioned a while ago, there are like a lot of carved stones. Look at this view. I don't know if you can see because of the sun, but it's gorgeous. And it's so nice. Like, despite of the like old houses, old buildings and the surrounding. Of course this is old, but this is nice. Carves everywhere. This is a nice photo spot. Other people on our group are walking around, but we're still here. You know, Filipinos are a big fan of photos, so we have to make most out of it. Yay! There are caves here. Several caves, actually. Not sure what their purpose is. Do they, like, you know, live here or pray here? I never know. So beautiful. More carvings. lots of Akhtala. Akhtala. Lots of stone carvings. Not sure where they went. I think they went inside with the guide. So yeah, I think I'm going there too. We're witnessing. This is my first time to witness something. It's so beautiful. This church is very old, as you can see. And look at the sun. Sun, like ray of sun directly in the chandelier. It's so beautiful. So we went out. Obviously we cannot just roam around and take photos, even if like it's allowed. It's not, you know, respectful to do so. We just stayed or took videos or photos while we were at the back. But yeah, we're not gonna take photos and walk around near the priest. It's not respectful of us, especially if like you're Catholics or Christians, you know. It's a big thing. There are not much houses, as you can see, and they're a bit old as well. And it's surrounded by mountains, and it looks like the leaves are dry, but at least the weather is good. No snow. You don't even need a jacket, just a long sleeve, and it's good. Actually, it was a good experience because I haven't been into a Sunday Mass or witnessed Sunday Mass in a while, and yeah, I miss that smell of incense. It's another monastery. This is like a room or like a church without any renovation. It was built 970 AD. After that, I'm gonna join the tour.
In the 10th century, because of King of Armenia in 10th century, decided to take Christianity in the northern lines of Armenia at the time. So King Ashot and Queen Asolomush built church, but not here, over that mountain. You see the block cut on the edge of that plateau? So there's a village where they built church in 930s. So in 930s the church was built, and then they decided to make it a monastery complex, to build their academy for the monks, and they ordered to build a monastery to the main architect of the country. The main architect and his son, they started to project that place. They made them essentially project, and the king and royal family accepted this project, and then they started to build it. And what happened is afterwards, after they started to build, earthquakes became quite common in those areas, and they decided that buildings standing separately will be not so much strong enough, so they need to connect it somehow. And father decided to build a arch in between as a support of one building to another. But son was sure that that will be not enough, and if you don't connect it properly, only just like side walls will be not enough, and to go inside and to crash, and it will be a very big shame for him to be connected to this church which will crash. That's why he asked father to change the project totally, to destroy some walls and build connections like inside. Like wall and connection, wall and connection, wall and connection, like Lego style. But for this they needed to change the project, to destroy it, renovate it, or it didn't need a lot of resources to change the project a lot. And father didn't want to change it, that's why they got some part of small conflict in the family. And son decided that he was true and father not, so he came from that mountain over this mountain and built this here. Start to build this. So that was built in 966. We'll go there after the lunch. And this was built in 976, 10 years later. But as we know, when it was finished, father really declared this building as more proper building. Because of here is even more proper because of son who learned the mistakes. And he already knew that he needs connections. So he didn't build buildings and then connections, but he built connections within buildings. So like building wall and then connection wall, and then building wall, connection wall, so creates those here. So every building, that building, the whole buildings are connected to each other. This is create the connections are not like tunnels going to each other. Just like few bits are connecting, supporting each other. Even this building, for example, what we do, if you come in, it's one of the parts. You see, it's one of the room inside. But if you go, when you go inside there, and when you come in this room, you don't come in this church. You just like connection. And then another connection, and another connection. You know, it's okay, the buildings are connected to each other, just like holding each other. We will just have to go in the main building, main church. Here is the St. Gregor Church. And we go in the main church here on the side, and then the
St. Gregor Church.
Church on that side. And we walk in this, we go inside, I'll explain something, then we come out, we go to there, but we walk in between together. Inside we can be separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like Mr. Building. Russian is something. Russian is something. So Uzbek language is totally different from Georgian. If I speak to Uzbek person, I have to speak in front and not inside the church. As I told, there is no icon candle system. There are chairs out there because there goes ceremony. But here you can light candle or take the candle in your hands and sit there and just attend the mass. But you can't put candle there inside. And also here are the graves of very special people which are on the way. But these graves are not, these graves look like very strange. You may like look at the graves and you may think like, why the graves are here? Like we step on them, go aside or something. The graves are here not like that to step on, but we step on because of there are people who decided to be here as a path to the church. So to just serve people after life. So of course no one comes here and everybody jumps on the graves. But if they are on the way, we just regularly use as a road. So it's not an offense, but it's in fact opposite, respect to those people. But I can say that people are like all the time so much good people, kind or something. They have a status. Royal, noble, church servant. That's all. So if they're royal or noble or church servant, they can be here. Here comes also baptism ritual. It's also outside, it's not in the main altar. But even here, and even there in the church, even though there are frescoes on the wall, when you go there, in the main altar you see from 16th, 17th, but on the right wall you see from 13th century frescoes. And even you see some elements there, churches are very empty. In Georgia, old churches, new churches are not as much. And in here also, the old churches, it's because of church is not the main thing, it's not the same. Church is not powerful building. Church is not God's house only. Church is not a building which is a magic building. Church is isolation for your mortal mind to live this mortal life and concentrate on the prayer. So church must give you the isolation for your mind and not nothing, additional power. So we don't come to the church to get additional power and find God, but we find the way to the God. So we find the isolation to concentrate. That's why churches are very empty and simple, and as more simple it is, as better it is. As more empty it is, as better it is. Because of there must be less distractions for your eyes. That's all. Less distractions for your mind. How to speak loud when someone prays there inside, is not allowed to jump, sing and do some mess up. Also dress code, everything is related to this. Stone which is used here also, stone which was used in the previous church, and stone which will be used in the next church, that's a similar stone, that's a basalt stone, which is a volcanic part, volcanic stone, which gets its own purpose, that nature heavy of the stone, which is of course just like nature is how that's how stone.
Can't believe this church is still standing. It's been like what, 1,000 years. So beautiful. They never renovated anything except for the roof, probably, or else like something will be leaking. These are all graves. It's so peaceful here. Look at that. Nice. Hamasas. Look how bare it is. Like it's so different from Catholic Church. Okay.
doing here to create a perfect sound, and that's why they use those arches. And even connections where the angles must be, angles, they're also connections around. And this round connection, round roof, gave perfect acoustic, which you hear when I speak. I don't speak so much loud now, but if I speak even louder, it gets perfect sound in the center, especially if you come on this line. Every corner can get your sound, of course, because sound goes there, comes back and creates echo, and that's how the sound increases. And you can like check it. Perfect sound. I mean, I don't capture. They were creating ritual songs in this room, also checking it, and that's one of the Georgian Armenian citizens, right? Because he was born in Georgia, he grew up in Georgia, he left lots of heritage in Georgian culture. That's why he is very respectful in Georgia, of course. But he is Armenian origin. He is from here, so he is well known as Sayat Nova, and you may find his monument in Old Tbilisi, in the center of Old Tbilisi. If you walk in Old Tbilisi, there is a Maidan Square. If you go to the cable car station, from cable car station you go to the city on the other side of the river, and there's a very big roundabout. There's I love to sign. If you see this sign, next to this and of course there's the two. That's his painting here, he was from here originally. He was here actually several times in this place, but because of the download application, his music, and when you just open the application, you can play moments. Which is a little bit softer than this volcanic stone, of course, and that's why they were using this for the cross more and icons more than the black stone, of course, which is tough to cut. But this wasn't used for the construction. It's just only sometimes for the appearance outside, and this appearance is always actually rose color. Yellow stone, yellow limestone, rose limestone, which was used in this case, in such cases, of course. These crosses which are here painted, these crosses outside, on the walls, you will see the walls. It's related to the donations. So if someone was coming in and donating something to the church, noble family or regular peasant's family, monks were leaving the sign on the wall that this family donated something, right? Just like something.
So beautiful view. Hey, there are like cones.
How do you think what is made? What is this for? Wine. We have one alcoholic in other versions.
And oil as well.
Yeah, of course. In fact, it was water, but don't relate the jars all the time to the wine. That's like some part of the influence or religious some countries when it comes to religious, or sometimes we are religious or wine inside. But if you go to other cases, it's all the time cases. You find also. They are also sorting milk also inside.
Ilagay mo pupulot to, mga coins.
Para sa oil yan.
Punuin ng coins.
Kunin ko yung mga coins dyan. Wala pa naman tayong pera.
But how these jars are made is a very special thing. These jars are made till today in Georgia. I have in my summer camp house 6 of these jars, and my father makes one similar jars till now. The oldest jar in Georgia was founded accidentally 7-8 years ago when one of the Georgian person was cultivating his land, and accidentally he found some remnant of the clay in the ground, saying that he didn't destroy anything and didn't continue the cultivation. He or his neighbor, someone called the Minister of the Cultural Heritage, they came there, they just cleaned this area, they realized it's very old, they digged out, and after a while they just like took it out, they started to clean it, and they found the spot of the wine, some liquids, they didn't know which wine at first, but they made the wine, they just made the analysis of the spots, and here that oldest one was 80-something years old. People became surprised, people became like some part of the crazy about it 8-7 years ago when he was made in Georgia. It's nothing special. Okay, they will come inside, so come here to just give them space.
Look at our view right now. I'm so glad I joined the tour and did not cancel. Sheesh. Our group is currently right there. We're still here. Y'all can spot Asians when you're traveling if they take too much photos and take too much time to go to one place.
I don't know if I have like enough cord here, but
We are now going to have lunch in this tiny little place. It's like a local house. It's not a restaurant. Doesn't look like it. There's nothing. There's a cat. There's like chicken. This looks nice. Look at this. There's no like half roof. What is this? Why is it like this? I'm gonna walk around. Oh, this is. There are like lots of chicken there.
it's just like this.
Whoa.
So there is a table for us inside.
Mhm.
To the bathroom or washroom something.
That's nice. Thought we were gonna eat.
The house to your bed. And there's one room. You can just go separate if you want to go here now, or you can go there. If you want to burn calories after the food, this is also free. You can use it upside down.
By the way, this lunch is free. It's included with the price that we paid. So it's really a good deal. Georgian food.
There's a shuffle. Italy.
Hindi pa. Wala pang ulam.
Decoration lang.
I know that because of
Decoration lang. Wala pang ulam.
and that's my fourth passport.
So healthy. Lots of veg.
It's not that they stamp one and one, so they stamp like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Done with the
If it
beets.
is less than 10, I'm always up to like whites that or something.
Lots of cats.
Too many people. I'm not a cat person, so I'm not.
So many cats. Is this the mama cat? I'm not sure. They like to be pet, by the way. But I'm not, I don't have the vaccine for rabies yet. Like lots. I think my sisters or Elise and Evia will like this.
This small one. Wait. There are even some of them are even smaller. They are not here over there, but they are just even smaller. His mother.
Yeah, for sure.
He's so cute. It's the mommy cat and the baby cat. Like chickens running around. There are lots of kittens. And chickens. Ayun, may panabong. Panabong ba yun?
Akhtala. Pag tinola yan, di yan panahon.
Native. Native na, oo.
Sarap ang lasa pag mga
Native na tinola. Yan, no? Sarap.